The world watched with bated breath. Millions were glued to their screens, waiting for the historic announcement that would soon change the course of the Catholic Church. White smoke billowed from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel, signaling to the world that a new pope had been chosen. This ancient tradition, steeped in centuries of history, never fails to captivate the faithful and the curious alike. A new pope had been chosen. The anticipation was palpable as the announcement "Habemus Papam" echoed through the halls of the Vatican, a phrase that has heralded the beginning of a new papacy for generations. The faithful gathered in St. Peter's Square erupted in cheers. Flags from around the world waved in unison, a testament to the global nature of the Catholic Church and the unity it inspires among its followers. A hush fell over the crowd as the name echoed across the square: Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle. The silence was quickly replaced by a wave of excitement and emotion as people realized the significance of this moment. For the first time in history, an Asian pope would lead the Catholic Church. Cardinal Tagle, known for his humility and deep connection with the people, was now at the helm of one of the world's oldest and most influential institutions. This was a moment of immense joy and profound significance. The election of Cardinal Tagle was not just a personal triumph, but a symbol of hope and renewal for millions of Catholics, especially those in Asia. It marked a new chapter in the Church's 2,000-year history. The Vatican, with its rich tapestry of traditions and milestones, was now embracing a future that looked towards inclusivity and global representation. The election of Pope Francis in 2013 had signaled a shift towards the peripheries. His focus on the marginalized and the poor had already begun to reshape the Church's priorities and mission. Tagle's elevation to the papacy solidified this direction. Known for his compassion and outreach, he was seen as a continuation of Pope Francis's vision, bringing the Church closer to those on the fringes of society. The Church was looking east. With Cardinal Tagle at its head, there was a renewed focus on Asia, a continent rich in diversity and spiritual heritage, yet often underrepresented in the higher echelons of the Church. A new era had begun. The dawn of Cardinal Tagle's papacy promised a future where the Church would be more inclusive, more compassionate, and more attuned to the needs of its global congregation. Luis Antonio Tagle was born in Manila, Philippines in 1957. He grew up in a devout Catholic family. His deep faith and intellectual curiosity were evident from a young age. He excelled in his studies. He pursued a vocation to the priesthood. Tagle was ordained a priest in 1982. He quickly became known for his intelligence, his compassion, and his way with people. He earned a doctorate in theology from the Catholic University of America. He returned to the Philippines to teach and serve in various pastoral roles. The Papal Conclave of 2025 convened after the unexpected death of Pope Francis. The College of Cardinals faced a momentous decision. They sought a leader who could build on Francis's legacy of mercy and dialogue. They sought a shepherd who could guide the Church through the challenges of the 21st century. Cardinal Tagle had long been seen as Papal, a potential candidate for the papacy. His reputation for humility, his deep spirituality, and his commitment to social justice had made him a respected figure within the Church. During the conclave, his name rose to the top. His election signaled a desire for continuity and change within the Church. Cardinal Tagle's journey to the papacy was marked by dedication and service. He served as Archbishop of Manila from 2011 to 2019, ministering to one of the largest Catholic populations in the world. He was known for his tireless work with the poor and marginalized. He was a vocal advocate for social justice and environmental protection. Pope Francis appointed Tagle as prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples in 2019. This important Vatican department oversees the Church's missionary work. This appointment reflected Tagle's global stature and his commitment to spreading the gospel message. The People's Pope. Why Tagle was chosen. Cardinal Tagle's election as Pope was a testament to his character and his vision. His journey to the papacy was marked by a profound dedication to the principles of the Church and a genuine love for the people he served. From his early days as a priest to his time as a cardinal, Tagle consistently demonstrated a unique ability to connect with individuals on a deeply personal level. He embodies the qualities that many Catholics yearn for in their leaders: humility, compassion, and a deep commitment to the gospel. His humility is evident in his simple lifestyle and his willingness to listen to others. His compassion shines through in his outreach to the marginalized and the suffering. And his commitment to the gospel is unwavering, guiding his every action and decision. He is a gifted communicator. His ability to convey complex theological concepts in a way that is accessible and relatable has endeared him to many. Whether speaking to a small group or addressing a large crowd, Tagle's words resonate with clarity and warmth. He connects with people from all walks of life. His genuine interest in others and his ability to empathize with their struggles make him a beloved figure. Tagle's interactions are marked by a deep sense of respect and understanding, whether he is speaking with world leaders or everyday individuals. Tagle's background as an Asian from the developing world also played a role in his selection. Growing up in the Philippines, he experienced firsthand the challenges faced by many in the developing world. This perspective has given him a unique insight into the issues that affect a significant portion of the global Catholic population. The Church is growing rapidly in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. These regions are becoming the new centers of Catholicism, and the Church's leadership recognized the importance of having a pope who understands and represents these dynamic and diverse communities. The cardinals recognized the need for a leader who understood the challenges and opportunities facing the Church in these regions. Tagle's experience and background made him an ideal candidate to bridge the gap between the traditional centers of Catholicism and the emerging ones. Tagle's election was a sign that the Church was truly becoming a global church. His leadership symbolizes a new era of inclusivity and representation, reflecting the diverse and interconnected world we live in today. The choice of Tagle as Pope is a testament to the Church's commitment to embracing change while staying true to its core values. A moment of pride. The Philippines and Asia rejoice. The election of Cardinal Tagle as Pope was met with jubilation in the Philippines. Filipinos around the world celebrated this historic moment. It was a source of immense pride for this predominantly Catholic nation. Tagle's election was seen as a sign of the growing importance of Asia in the global Church. Across Asia, from South Korea to India, from Vietnam to East Timor, Catholics welcomed the news of Tagle's election with joy and hope. His election was a powerful symbol of the universality of the Catholic Church. It was a reminder that the Church transcends national borders and cultural differences. A vision of mercy and compassion, Tagle's papal agenda. Pope Tagle's vision for the Church is rooted in the gospel message of love, mercy, and compassion. He has spoken out against poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation. He has called for a church that is close to the poor and marginalized. Tagle's papacy is expected to focus on several key priorities: promoting interreligious dialogue, addressing the climate crisis, and advocating for the rights of migrants and refugees. He is also expected to continue Pope Francis's efforts to reform the Vatican bureaucracy. Tagle's vision is one of a church that is engaged with the world, a church that is a force for good in the world, a global church. Tagle's impact on Catholicism. Pope Tagle's leadership is already having a profound impact on the Catholic Church. His election has energized Catholics around the world. His message of hope and compassion is resonating with people from all walks of life. His focus on the peripheries is challenging the Church to become more inclusive and welcoming. Tagle's papacy is expected to further strengthen the Church's presence in Asia. His leadership is also likely to have a significant impact on the Church's relationship with other religions, particularly Islam. Tagle's commitment to interreligious dialogue is key to fostering peace and understanding in our increasingly interconnected world. Navigating the challenges, the road ahead. Pope Tagle faces numerous challenges as he leads the Catholic Church into the future. The Church is grappling with issues such as clerical sexual abuse, the role of women, and the Church's teaching on sexuality and marriage. The world is facing unprecedented challenges. climate change, political polarization, and economic inequality. Tagle's leadership will be tested as he navigates these complex issues. However, his humility, his intelligence, and his deep faith will serve him well. His ability to listen to different perspectives and to build bridges of understanding will be crucial in leading the Church through these challenging times. A legacy of hope, a new chapter for the Church. The election of Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle as the first Asian Pope is a watershed moment in the history of the Catholic Church. His election signifies a shift towards inclusivity and a recognition of the diverse tapestry that makes up the global Catholic community. Cardinal Tagle, known for his humility and deep connection with the faithful, brings a fresh perspective to the papacy. It is a sign of the Church's growing universality and its commitment to the peripheries. Pope Tagle's background and experiences resonate with many who feel marginalized or overlooked. His leadership is expected to bridge gaps and foster a sense of belonging among all Catholics, regardless of their origin. Tagle's papacy is a source of hope and inspiration for Catholics around the world. His genuine compassion and dedication to social justice issues have already made a significant impact. Many see his leadership as a beacon of light in challenging times, offering solace and direction. Tagle's leadership is a testament to the power of faith to overcome adversity. His actions speak louder than words, demonstrating a commitment to helping those in need and addressing the pressing issues of our time. His visits to disaster-stricken areas and his efforts to console the grieving show a pope who is deeply connected to the struggles of the people. It is a reminder that the Church is not a museum of saints, but a hospital for sinners. Pope Tagle's approach emphasizes the importance of mercy and compassion, encouraging the faithful to live out the gospel values in their daily lives. His humility and accessibility make him a relatable figure for many. It is a call for all Catholics to embrace the gospel message of love, mercy, and compassion. Pope Tagle's interactions with people from all walks of life highlight the universal call to love and serve one another. His papacy challenges Catholics to look beyond themselves and to reach out to those in need. A new era has begun. This new chapter for the Church is filled with promise and potential, guided by a leader who embodies the spirit of Christ's teachings. As Pope Tagle steps into this role, the world watches with hope and anticipation for the positive changes that lie ahead. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more updates and intriguing content.